still a good project in terms of bringing three partners together. I think we all agree on that. Some of us disagree on the scope, the plan, et cetera, et cetera. But when I talk to my politicians over the years, I've always said it's to get to yes. And when I see a guy like Tony Clements up where he was when they did the G20 and he was able to sign checks for just about any project they wanted up in the Huntsville area, I say that the good conservatives who are in power for us right now should probably be able to see that we've had some problems with three partners and give us a little slack. I will go to Councillor Underwood's point. If they can change a date, there's a possibility of political will to change other things. This is a problem because we've had three partners. It's a problem because it hasn't been sold well. It's a problem because we got to this point with a lot of angst. We won't go further than that, Mr. Mayor. But I would like to see our partners, those four, not Build Canada bureaucrats, but our partners, those four people elected very recently to go to bat for us, stand up in public and say, we're going to fight to keep those millions of dollars, the $15 million that I've been accused of throwing away in this community. I want to see those four stand up and say that if there are alternatives and the Tri-Municipal Board can come up with those alternatives in a more practical, economical, environmental way, that those monies will be applied and kept in these two ridings. That's the way I feel. That is a positive way to go.
And I too hope that we can move forward in that positive way and make sure that we're going to have a good outcome to all of this. I guess I also look back at these minutes of the most recent tri-municipal meeting, and I'm not encouraged when I see a comment by our Blue Water partner saying that if we're looking at anything else other than what has been discussed, which is either a full build double train or a full build single train, then the answer is no. And I'm not going to bother quoting any comments from South Huron because, quite frankly, they're a little inflammatory and not very flattering towards us. I do have them here, but that said, they're certainly not looking at anything other than a mechanical treatment plant at this stage of the game. We can go around in circles all we want. We've got a report to review. So those are my comments based on what I've read here.
Okay. Thank them.
Yes, just with regards to Ruth's comment, it's important to keep in mind in all of this with the input of Blue Water and South Huron is that they made it clear on December 31st that they were willing to walk away from the project entirely because they both withdrew. They had some hopes that things would come back, but they were willing to walk away from it. So it does give us freedom to think outside the box, and I think that we need to keep an open mind to the opportunity.
I think that's just open to interpretation. They weren't walking away. They're not walking away. They wanted to go to a different route in the plan. They want to stay in the project. They didn't want to walk away. That's an interpretation that you're making on your own.
Well, they withdrew.
Well, they withdrew for the full bill, but they were moving forward with an option to go forward.
They withdrew under a clause that was mediated.
Which was available to them in the contract. So they hadn't walked away.
I agree. Interpretation, we've got to be careful about how we interpret and where we put it. But let's give it some interpretation. The Orville plant, as far as I know, was taken off the table on Monday, as far as this council is concerned. Just want to make sure that the interpretation, everybody's thinking this, that, and we're beating around the bush here, but that's what's happening.
Yes, I absolutely agree. The mechanical treatment plant was taken off the table. However, this council just a few moments ago agreed that we would at least review a staff report and have a discussion. So I think that much we've agreed to. The only other comment I do want to make regarding the two partners is that on January 17th at the Sewage Treatment Tri-Municipal Board, there was a very distinct motion that was made, approved, requesting that each council review the single treatment option. That opportunity was never afforded to this council.
Dr. McGuire.
Just going back to the whole mediation agreement, it took, what, 9 months of head banging and stuff to kind of get this original agreement into place. If we go back and try to push a new one on, how many more months or years is that going to take? After what's gone on, are they going to be willing to come back and be open to
that some things were never really discussed here at council, Ruth, absolutely. I feel that the whole discussion of possible viable alternatives that were far less costly was never discussed. It was never given an audience at this table either. So there's a number of things that we didn't have a thorough, full-body due diligence discussion on.
Councilor Cook?
Those options should have been brought up at the tri-municipal board. That's what we had our committee set up for. Options like that should have gone back to them to bring back 6 months ago. This shouldn't come to us at the 11th hour, at the last minute. It really was the 11th hour. The 30th is, one day to make a decision on it. You can't do that. That's blindsiding everybody.
Councilor Ullman?
Did we ever get a motion on the table to approve the minutes of the, oh, we don't approve that, of course we don't approve that, it's draft.
It's just a draft,
So,
we're just receiving them for
Yeah, we're just
information. I think I
receiving
have
them for information, is that correct? So I'd like to make that motion that we receive
Second by Councilor
the
Russell.
Grand Bend Area Sewage Treatment Board minutes of Tuesday, January 31st for information.
Second by Councilor Russell. Any other questions on those minutes? All in favor? Carried. Okay, so, I don't know if we can carry on with the report. Wherever page 1 went. I've gone to the wrong, flipped everything over. Okay, so we're at, this is report number 8, 2012, Councilor Ullman.
I guess we've agreed to discuss this, but I guess I would like to go, just a rather strange request to ask that staff take us through this report that they have prepared, and then we have the opportunity to discuss the options that are presented. An unusual request because unfortunately we haven't allowed staff that opportunity to review some of these things with us and review the information that has been gathered, so I would like that to occur, please.
Councilor Underwood?
Yeah, I see some verification on this thing. So we're gonna be discussing a report, but we're not gonna be reconsidering any of the options that we've done because it's been reconsidered once already and we've already moved along that line. So we're discussing this report, discussing options that we've already thrown off the table.
We're
Is that
discussing the
correct?
report that has options in it, and council can decide what they're going to do at the end, whether they,
Well, we
Make
have
no
decided
motions
what
or
we're
not?
gonna do at the end.
pardon?
We have decided what we're gonna do. We did
Oh,
on Monday.
point of order,
Sure, go ahead.
Explain your point of order, please.
could we review the motion that was made by Councilor McGuire and seconded by Councilor over there in the corner?
That was that we review this report.
Yeah, and we approve that,
We can read that.
thank you.
Is there a motion on the table?
It was passed.
It's already been passed, so I guess we're going through this report. Councilor Russell?
I concur, Counselor, over there. Okay, I really, I agree to the motion, and I think I'd like to see John wrote this with the assistance of his staff. I'd like to see him sit up there and take us through.
I think it's important that,
Just let's review it, and if you're done with semantics for a second.
okay? Council agree to that? Okay, John, and you? This is, we've asked for information, I think it's, council wants to have this report talked about, that the public is here to listen to it. On up to the end table there. Keep it, please.
Just get some indulgence from council. I want to speak loud enough so that people can, excuse my